Hi, fire signs. How are you? This is Jess. I hope you're well. If you're back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive. And if you're new, welcome. I am switching up my monthlies. Instead of doing every single zodiac sign, I'm going to do it by the elements. And I'm going to see how this goes. I feel like we all have very, very similar collective messages right now. And I also think that by being able to look at our different signs and different aspects and really be able to hone into those elements, it might prove to be really beneficial. So we're going to try it this way. So this is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Always make sure that you're checking your sun, your moon, and your rising. Or if you just feel called to a specific video, that's fine too. Okay. So if you're new, the way this works for my monthlies is I pull one oracle card and it's going to set the tone for the healing. And then I give about a 10-minute or so Reiki healing, and intuitive messages come up in the process. If you're new to Reiki or energy work, welcome. It's a harmonious energy healing modality that will never cause harm. It will never deplete. It has nothing to do with my energy at all. I'm just a channel and a conduit. It does have to do with your willingness to collaborate with the energy. And by that, I don't mean work. It really means that your subconscious is willing. So don't try to do. Just be willing to receive and be curious and see what comes up. So with that subconscious note, the majority of this healing does happen on this level. And that's 95% of our awareness, which is what we're not aware of, right? Hope that made sense. And that doesn't mean that you won't receive conscious sensations. You might have tinglies or temperature changes, emotional releases, epiphanies. If you feel called to come back to this again, listen to that call. There might be a new level of the healing that's ready to be unlocked. There might be a message that you didn't pick up on the first time around. Okay? So Aries, Leo, Sag. April's a big month. We've got an incredibly powerful solar eclipse happening on the 8th. We have Jupiter conjunct Uranus happening on the 20th. Huge energies of kind of these ignition sparks of new beginnings. And with that, it doesn't mean all butterflies and candy canes, right? It can mean that the old world has to die before the new can begin. I think a lot of us have been doing some deep cleansing and purging work for quite some time now. So it's going to happen very differently for everyone. Honestly, if I were to generally put it into a term, I'd say if you've done a lot of work in terms of being very aware and very clear with yourself, and that you're doing your absolute best to be in your authentic self and that path, then this will most likely be very powerful for you in the sense of evolution. If you've been leading life with lots of resistance, trying to control a lot, you might be met with a bit more challenge. Not to put gloom and doom out there. It's just these energies are always how we can work with them, right? And you have the power. You have the power to work with them in whatever way you like. Yeah? So let's pull one card, Aries, Leo, Sag, for the month of April to support their healing. Aries, Leo, Sag. I forgot to mention, I'm pulling from the Secret Language of Light deck this month. This is a beautiful deck to read from, so I will be reading a little passage. Aries, Leo, Sag for the month of April. Okay. A few came out, so I was just waiting to see which one. So I love this deck. It's beautiful frequency art. You got transformation. Pretty appropriate speaking to these energies. I'm just holding that there for a while in case you want to screenshot it. Such beautiful art. I love that the earth, Gaia, is right in the middle. Okay, so I'll be reading from the book Transformation. Guys, this is amazing. Suffering is optional. You have the power, you have the choice. You are experiencing an ending. You are feeling a loss as a hole or a void in your life. This empty feeling is a space for something new and better. Gosh, couldn't this be more perfect? A new way will reveal itself very soon. Pain is something that happens to all of us, but suffering is a choice. To suffer is to believe thoughts that you are not your soul truth. Justifying, analyzing, and rationalizing will separate you further from your soul's wisdom. From this state, you will blame yourself, another, or an event for feeling angry or sad. Focusing on the suffering will only cement the ideology or belief that created it. In other words, you become what you fight against. That's powerful. Now, imagine what you can create by focusing on all the beautiful aspects of your life and what you're good at. Focus on where your life is filled with things that make you smile. Change starts with you, and all your desires begin with a dream. Where will you place your focus on tomorrow morning? Wow. Okay, this is beautiful. You know, the main thing that hit me in my body for you guys on that on that message was, from this state of really focusing on the suffering, you will blame yourself, another, or an event for feeling angry or sad. The blame is what's popping up. So if that resonates with you, it's just something to notice, to be curious about, okay? So before the messages spew out, as I always do, let's prep for Reiki. Like I said, you don't have to work when you're receiving Reiki. I just invite you to take a breath and just to really become present with yourself and your body. Remember, we're not working, we're not trying, we're just being. We're going to thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for my fire signs for the month of April. Wow, fire signs, I'm already feeling a lot of fire off of you. I know, you're right. You're like, duh. You know, if you've been following me for a while, I think we all of the collective has gone through some sort of an ending or multiple endings recently in the past few months. Um, so this message can be a huge loss, but it could also just be an ending, right? Which we can view very differently. Sometimes closing a chapter that really needs to be closed because there's toxicity or it just wasn't serving you, yada, yada, yada. It can feel bittersweet, right? Even though you know it's the right thing. And for some of you, this might be very minimal. It might be something that's just happening this week, you know? But yeah, that blame's coming up. I'm feeling my throat chakra with you guys, so that's interesting. We'll get there. Yeah, because the month of April is just charged with new beginning energy. And energy is, and like, you know, astrological alignments that we haven't even seen in the course of our lifetime, like any of us. Doesn't matter what your age is watching this, which is really exciting, you know? Yeah, like these are the first eclipses that we've had with Pluto and Aquarius. There's much more expansive energy. There's much more awakening happening. I know this is always very, this right here is very macro. But that's what I'm getting so far, is to really just embrace this new beginning. And I'll also say, if something big has ended, I'm getting a message of not completely like chopping it off of your life like a guillotine. That doesn't mean to not walk away from it, but just with the intention that you're giving it, can you honor that ending without making it incredibly abrupt internally, if that makes sense? Sometimes that's just what we do to feel safe. I don't know if this is making sense, you guys. I'm sorry. It's just what's coming through. But give me a second. To the very best of your ability, if you're able to really honor the ending of something without completely chopping it off, and also without dwelling on the past, can you find the balance of going, wow, I can look back and reflect on the great things about this, the lessons I learned about this, the wisdom I've gained, the experiences and the opportunities I had from XYZ, right? Some of you haven't even addressed that because it's easier, and I get it. It's less painful to just be like, okay, that's done. What's next, right? You're doing, yeah, I'm feeling a big hit back from some of you on that. And you get to choose whatever you want. You get to choose whatever you want, okay? But there's something about that, and I think this might be connected to the blame thing. So if you find that you're blaming whatever this thing is, right, that's causing the ending, or that you are ending, maybe honoring that ending can help to clear. Yeah, can help to clear any kind of stagnant, resistant kind of energy that's just going to weigh you down. You know what I mean? Let's tap in with your chakras. Fire signs. Wow, well, your crown is active. You got a lot on your mind. Are we in the rationalizing that the message was talking about? I'm sorry that my camera keeps focusing in and out. I'm next to a lot of natural light today. Yeah, I'm going to do that once more. A lot of crown. Throat chakra feels a little, yeah, feels a little blocked. That's just the best way to put it. And a little bit of root chakra. Okay. Let's take a moment and clear that hornet's nest off the crown, okay? Let's breathe into the top of the head. Imagine that your skull is cracking open like an egg and it's yawning. It's like a big stretch. Yeah, a lot of mental activity, you guys. What's going on? Are you in the midst of a lot of logistics, like checklists? Don't forget this, don't forget that. I'm almost feeling like a sense of survival mode with that crown and root, both a little overactive. Yeah, and as I say this, my throat's feeling more and more restrictive. Like it feels as if there are things you want to express, but you might be in a state where it's like, well, I'm just going to keep that in for now because let's just get through this. Does that make sense? Let's just get through these tasks, get this done, get this done. I'm just going to, it's not important to bring it up right now. I'll handle it later. Depending on your situation, that might be the healthy thing. But I do feel like some truths are like, hey, let me out of there. So I'm going to focus on that throat. You can take a big deep breath into your neck. You could even imagine, if you like visualizations, imagine this blue, like cobalt blue orb that's spinning right in the center of your throat chakra. And just gather some comforting breath there. I'm really sorry if I'm hitting my mic, you guys. Yeah. Try not to stay in that survival mode for too long, okay? I understand, again, like I said before, it might be a healthy thing to do right now just to kind of get through a big transition or get over a hump. But don't stay there too long. I'm also getting a lot of like need for self-care and nourishment. Like I feel very depleted physically. Like hydration is coming up. Like immunosupport is coming up because maybe we've been go, 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 put some really nice, clean medicinal things in you to fuel you in a really nice, healthy way and to prevent your body from crashing. I'm also getting like hot salt baths, sauna, things that are going to help to detox and regulate and calm and ground, not attack the body more. Do you know what I mean? Self-soothing. Self-soothing. How do you self-soothe? Yeah, breath work for some of you can be really, really beneficial. Things like butterfly hugs or butterfly tapping. If you're not familiar, you can look that up. Maybe some grounding techniques like massaging kidney 1 at the bottom of the feet, putting your bare feet in the earth, in the grass. Yeah, just some examples. But I wasn't even getting the word grounding, although that might be what we want to do. I was getting soothing. How can you self-soothe? Don't expect it from others. Don't, have that expectation. You have many tools to self-soothe. And this is starting to feel sore, you guys. Like, it could just be go, go, go. It could be that you've been talking a lot. Like I'm feeling like a lemon ginger tea or like a throat coat, or you know what I mean? Yeah, you guys, it's pretty broad, and yet it's also very simple. These messages, it couldn't be more clear, right? It's like soothe yourself in the process. Whatever you're going through is temporary. Stay in the new beginning energy, but also don't completely slam the door on the past. Because in order to go into something new and beautiful, we need to be able to take the lessons from the past, right? So I just keep seeing this vision of like a guillotine. Like, all right, that's cut out of my life. Boom, onward. How can we best move forward, right? Because if we shut it out like that, some repetitive negative patterns from whatever that was could pop up again in the future. That's for some of you. To just again, be curious about, right? Yeah, this is great. Aries, Leo, Sag. Let me know what's going on in the comments. This is really awesome. It's beautiful. It's beautiful energy. I think you're tired for sure, but I think that there's some really amazing things coming your way. And I think there is a component of some trust and some faith in that, that is happening, but you might just be so tired. You know what I mean? That you're like, will it ever come? You know? So let's take a final breath in together. And guys, I'm still very honed in on this throat chakra. So I'm going to focus on a color blue. If you want to do that with me, feel free. Or you can always go to a nice white crystalline light. All right. But as we hold our breath at the top, we're going to relax our body and feel that light coming into our being and really feel it dancing and moving and breaking things up. Normally, some messages come up during that breath, and then we'll exhale, pushing out what doesn't serve us. Okay. So let's exhale, relax the body, get all the air out, and then an inhale in through the nose. Hold at the top, feel the blue or the white coming into the body. It's filling up every square inch of your being, vibrating and dancing and really breaking up the stagnancies, breaking up so that truth can be released. Truth will ultimately be released. Okay, let's exhale, push out what no longer serves you. Truth will be released. What a powerful message. Holy smokes. It's not truth will be revealed, released. It's really interesting. So I wonder if there's some expression that needs to come out. Remember that that doesn't always have to be through talking, right? Maybe you can express yourself through creative endeavors. I'm actually getting a very artistic vibe with that. Maybe, something that's incredibly healing is singing. It's very medicinal. Put on music in the home or in your car and sing along and allow that to really release your throat. You can chant, you can write, you can paint, whatever expression means to you. Okay, guys? So let's take a moment and lock up your energy nice and tight in your solar plexus. As always, we're not putting on armor or guarding. We're saying what's mine is mine, and what does not serve me, kindly stay out. But remember, you always have free will. You have the power to give your power away. You have the power to bring things in that don't serve you. So remember that you have that choice. All right. Fire signs, this was big. I'm still feeling my throat chakra. I'm really interested if you guys are resonating with this chakra specifically. What is going on? What's your truth right now? Are you having a hard time expressing your truth? Are you getting ready to express your truth? Remember, if we hold it in too long, we might explode, we might react, or we might implode, right? And shut down. So just really tapping in with whatever that means. Guys, I love you so much. Please like the video if you haven't. And if you haven't joined our community, subscribe to this channel. We have a lot of amazing, beautiful souls who really lift each other up in the comments. Please share with a fire sign who you think it would support. Make sure you're checking out your other signs if those elements are involved. What else? Drop a comment down below, either lifting others up or just let us know how this resonated. And if you want any more information about my one-on-one work, the links for that are all down below. Since breathwork came up in the message for you guys, I want to bring up my monthly breathwork. We tune in live every third Thursday in the evening, and then you get the recording so that you could practice daily if you want until we meet again next month. You can also purchase the current recording to have for the rest of the month. I'm going to put the links for that all down below if you're wanting some guided breath work. It's really beautiful, synced to really beautiful music, and it goes into a powerful meditation practice. Also, do check out my online program called The Shift. This is an unlearning course about self-love so that we can really redirect to bring us on that proper path of our best friendship with ourselves. So if you're thinking you're needing something that's in your own space, work at your own pace, short, digestible, really profound, check out The Shift. All of my other one-on-one work is down below as well. And lastly, guys, thank you so much for your donations. If you have the means, The links for that are also down below if you found this healing supportive. So, fire signs, happy April. I love you so much, and I will see you next time.